How spaghetti was really invented. The truth will surprise you. Spaghetti. You've eaten it at family dinners, during heartbreaks, at midnight, as a kid, as an adult, covered in tomato sauce, meatballs, olive oil, clams, cheese. Every culture puts its own stamp on it. But what if I told you spaghetti is older than Italy, older than tomatoes, older than forks, and its true history is way stranger than the neat bowls we eat today? This is the unexpected, global, ancient, and sometimes bizarre story of one of humanity's most iconic foods, spaghetti. The oldest pasta predates Italy, ancient civilizations, and the first noodles. Before spaghetti existed, before Italy existed, noodles existed. The oldest noodles ever found were discovered in a sealed clay bowl in northwest China, a mound of long, thin strands made from millet. They're 4,000 years old. And here's where the debate begins. For decades, people argued, did pasta come from China? Or did Italy invent it independently? The truth is messy, literally. Many cultures created noodle-like foods around the same time. The Arabs made dried, string-like noodles for travel. The Greeks had laganon, flat sheets of dough, the ancestor of lasagna. The Romans ate dishes that looked suspiciously like primitive pasta. No single culture invented pasta. Humanity just discovered the same brilliant idea over and over. Crush grain, add water, stretch it, cook it. But spaghetti, thin, long, dried pasta, has a more specific origin. The Arab influence, the real turning point, how Arab traders accidentally invented the modern pasta concept. In the Middle Ages, Arab traders traveling across the Mediterranean brought with them a revolutionary food innovation: dried noodles. Not fresh, not flat, not soft, dried, shelf-stable, perfect for long journeys. In Arabic, they called it itria, strands of dried dough. And where did these traders land? Sicily. There, the concept fused with local ingredients and techniques. People began shaping the dough into long strings, hung them to dry, and cooked them in boiling water. This is the earliest form of what we would recognize as spaghetti. Arab influence didn't invent spaghetti the way we know it, but it planted the seed that Italian culture would take to an entirely new level. Southern Italy, spaghetti truly begins. Why Naples became Costa Central. Why the 1200s, 1300s, something very odd was happening in southern Italy, especially Naples. People were obsessed with dried pasta. Why? Because the climate was perfect for drying noodles. Wheat was abundant. It was cheap. It stored for months. It fed large families. It cooked faster than other grains. And above all, it tasted amazing. Naples became famous for its mangia macaroni, pasta eaters. Travelers described entire neighborhoods with pasta hanging out windows like laundry. But here's a crazy part. People didn't eat spaghetti with forks. Forks weren't common yet. They ate long pasta with their hands, twisting it like ropes. This will become important soon. The tomato arrives and everyone panics. The fruit Italy thought was poison. Tomatoes arrived in Italy in the 1500s. But for nearly 200 years, Italians wouldn't touch them. They were believed to be poisonous, cursed, or at the very least, devilish. So what changed? Poor communities. They didn't have fancy pewter plates that reacted with acidic tomatoes. They cooked tomatoes with oil and herbs and realized, this is actually delicious. By the 1700s, Naples, the capital of spaghetti culture, began combining spaghetti, tomato sauce. This pairing changed everything. Spaghetti went from street food to regional pride, to a cultural icon. But one more invention was needed to complete the transformation. The fork revolution, how cutlery changed pasta forever. Why spaghetti forced Italy to change its forks. Imagine trying to eat long, slippery noodles with your hands in public. That was Italy for centuries. Then came a simple but genius innovation, the four-pronged fork. Earlier forks had 2 or 3 prongs, not great for twirling. But the four-prong design, created in the 1700s, made spaghetti fun and easy to eat. Forks and spaghetti evolved together. The utensil shaped the food, literally. Suddenly, spaghetti was no longer a messy street snack. It was elegant. It was national. It was a symbol of Italian identity. And just in time, immigration spread spaghetti to America, how one dish conquered the New World. In the late 1800s, millions of Italians immigrated to the United States. They brought two things everywhere they went: their family recipes, their love of pasta. Spaghetti became a comfort food in immigrant communities. Americans loved it, but they changed it. This is where meatballs enter the story. In Italy, meat was expensive, rare, and used sparingly. In America, it was cheaper. So Italian families made big meatballs and paired them with spaghetti in giant, filling meals. Thus, spaghetti and meatballs, a dish that barely exists in Italy, became one of America's signature comfort foods. Hollywood adopted it, Disney animated it, restaurants globalized it, chains standardized it. Spaghetti became one of the world's favorite foods. Spaghetti today, cultural icon, infinite variations, from Italian tradition to global reinvention. Today, spaghetti is everywhere, but it looks different everywhere too. Japan, spaghetti with soy sauce, seaweed, or cod roe. Philippines, sweet spaghetti with hot dogs. Brazil, spaghetti with chicken stroganoff. Ethiopia, spaghetti mixed with spicy wat stews. Middle East, vermicelli fried and mixed with rice. America, spaghetti and meatballs, baked spaghetti, chili spaghetti. Every culture adds its own twist. But they all share the same ancient idea: grain plus water plus creativity. So the next time you twirl a forkful of spaghetti, remember, you're eating a food that traveled across continents, crossed empires, survived tomato paranoia, changed cutlery, fueled immigrant dreams, and became a universal symbol of comfort. Thanks for watching.